On today's episode of Good Luggage, we are going to be taking this Passat here and we are going to be doing a full wash, decontamination and single stage to remove buffer trails, swirl marks, you name it. As I said at the start, we're going to do the single stage on this car. We're going to fully wash it using the 2-bucket method, well, 3 buckets if you want to count a wheel bucket. We're going to do a full decon, take out all the iron, fallout, tar. We're going to clay it down, and tomorrow we're going to carry out a full single stage procedure on the car to bring back its former glory. I'm not actually going to focus too much on the washing stage. Look, you've seen it in some of the videos already, how to wash a car and stuff. One of the reasons I'm not focusing too much on that as well is because the customer was actually late dropping the car to me. It was originally scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning. Ended up it's 1:30 in the daytime. And one of the questions I want to ask during this video is, what do you do as a, like, if you are a detailer, what do you do when a customer is late? Have you got a backup plan? Have you got a plan B? Let me know in the comments what you do if a customer is running late. Have you any backup plans? Yeah, so I have Surfex HD. I had half a litre in, up to the 5 litre canister, so that's the 5 litres. So half a litre up to 500 is basically a ratio 9:1, and that's what I'm working off for the Surfex for the tyres and the arches. Okay, on to the other wheels. You know, the amount of dirt that'd be hidden up under there is unreal, and this, I think it's a variable or a swivel vario head for the carters, is top-notch piece of equipment. So if you want to get one yourself, there's a link in the description to buy one yourself. Okay, at this stage of detail, I'd like to ask you if you could please hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, share, comment, do whatever you can. We're moving on to the snow foam stage. Well, use the pre-rinse first of the Surfex HD again, diluted I think 9:1. Put the snow foam onto it and go around with the detail brush and get off any excess dirt that's there now. Side note, I did a video on the panel impact ratio before for built hammer. As I say, it's 4%. I've actually worked it out for my third setting on this. Now what that has done has given me half a bottle of juice there for the snow foam stage. Following decontamination, iron, tar, etc. I'm going to use the other half then to basically neutralise any of the products that have been on the panels then again. So basically another wash then again. So good to know your PIO ratio and keep your settings right on your controller then. Okay, so there's really not much going on here at all with the iron. It's a relatively clean car anyway, but at the same time I don't know what was done before it. It's doing its thing. It's very hard to see on black paint whether it is actually reacting with any fallout on the car or not, but it is definitely a critical stage of your decontamination process. Okay, iron is complete. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any more time today at the minute to do the de-tarring or the clay bar, so we're going to do that now tomorrow. I have to go off and perform dad duties and mind the children. So we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Bye bye. And welcome back to day 2. So yesterday we got a wash done on the car. We did our iron fallout remover. We're going at it today now using tar. We're getting rid of all the tar off the car. We're also going to bring it in then and clay it down as well. Somewhere in between that we're going to give it another snow foam wash as well, just to neutralise any products that were left on the car and like that. And hopefully we get back into polishing then. So let's go. Okay, quick question for you is, have any of the viewers or any of the subscribers here or watchers, I know there's a number of people that aren't subscribed yet, so if you're looking while I'm here, if you can, hit the button down below. But in the wheel arches, or in the barrels of the wheels, there is a load of tar. Is there any easy way to get that out without actually taking the wheels off? Now I struggle to get my hands very far in there to be able to get the tar off. So Normally I would take the wheel off, I would tar it, clay it, do whatever needs to be done, and then put it back on. But is there an easier way, I suppose a quicker way to do it than having to take the wheel off? Let me know in the comments if you can. Okay, so the car is fully decontaminated. We have used the fallout remover and the tar and glue remover, both from AM Details, and then we've clayed the car then also. So just dried it off a good bit anyway. There's still a couple of little bits, so I'm going to bring it into the bay and have a look and see it under a couple of lights and see what sort of a state is in. I don't know if you can see it from here or not, although it looks clean. Like, it does look like a clean car, but it is completely faded. So it is. There is swirls all over the place. There's this mark on the back bumper. There's loads of little nooks and crannies, or little scratches and stuff here and there and stuff. But once we get it in and under the lights, I think that's where we'll see a hell of a lot more. And you know, I saw this car in darkness one time under like a halogen light or one of them street lamps, and buffer trails absolutely everywhere in the car. So hoping to relieve those today, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have come out with a much nicer looking car, or a much cleaner looking car anyway. So right, let's bring it in. Okay, so let's see what we can see now. Everything looks a hell of a lot worse under lights, so they do. You can even see from there, I think you can see all over the car. Is there? No, maybe it's hard to see. A lot of swirl marks absolutely everywhere, all over the bodywork. So there is. I'm going to move down this way a little bit. Lots of trails, lots of buffer trails. Let's get closer in. Just completely dull. Absolutely everything. It's quite bad now. I'm going to try it with the single stage and see exactly how far we get along. It's going to be interesting. See how we go. But let's just crack on and get it over and done with. Okay, so for this car, we're going to attempt single stage on this one. I'm going to use the Makita PO6000C. Going to be compound I'm going to be using then is the Zvizzer 1, and we're going to just run our test spot now to see if see what sort of a pad is going to suit. So we're going to start with a yellow pad, which will be the softest one. I'm going to sort of work my way down and see how we get on then. pad. I think I can go further. So I'm going to move down to an orange pad. Okay, so after a little bit of testing, I've kind of come to say that this is quite tough to work with this paint. So I'm down as, I suppose, as low as I can go with the red pad and the Zvizzer one. So there's still some streaks, still some lines or swirls being left in it. But unfortunately, I don't have any microfiber or wool or anything like that to go that little bit further. And as it is only a single stage as well that we're doing, just a quick enough job, I suppose, if you want to put it that way. We're just going to carry out, or continue on with the red pad and the Zvizzer one then. A little bit of an update on the Passat. Where do I start? Right, I haven't filmed for quite a bit of the side down there. I tell you what, I was having an absolute mare of a time. I'm not quite sure what the reason was. I'm obviously using the Zvizzer one anyway. But what I was doing with this machine, right, this is a machine that could do two stage. You can do force rotation or you can do dual action. And in my head, force rotation is better at cutting. Knowing German paint, you know, in theory it's hard paint, I thought the force rotation would be better to be using. So I'd be going along doing different pads, combinations. Didn't think the Zvizzer one was working too well, and I ended up going and getting other compounds to try. So the heavy cut compound, the medium cut from the same range as well, different pads, trying loads of different combinations. I actually turned it over to DA just to try it, to see how it would work. And it turns out that the DA with the red pad using Zvizzer 1 is actually working better than force rotation or any of the other combos as well. I was speaking to Mark Leddy from Polished and Wax there. I'm going to put a thing of his channel up, that's whatever side it is anyway. I was speaking to him during the week as well, and telling him, listen, I had a Passat coming up, and basically I suppose getting some direction using this machine as well. Now he suggested microfiber pads. I don't have microfiber pads, which is I suppose the first problem. So what I'm trying to achieve with this is to take away the swirls. It's not fully taking away the swirls now. I'm only using the one-step system as such. It's not taking away the swirls, but it is taking away a hell of a lot of cloudiness and I suppose oxidation from the paintwork and stuff. So, but it's just very unusual that the DA seems to be working a hell of a lot better than force rotation. If you know why that is, please let me know, because I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to keep cracking on with the DA then. Different. Let's hope it looks better on video. joys of not having some sort of a nano or one of them little flex jobbies. They're a right job, isn't it? Never use the blue stuff from Halfords. There you go. Disaster. At the camera and talking again into wherever, up in the office or whatever. I said I'd kind of give a little bit of a rundown here on today, or I suppose, and yesterday. So this is actually, it's a friend of mine's car, or it's his wife's car, and he basically was looking at it one time and there was a ton of buffer trails all over it. You can see it really in the night time, you know, obviously out in the street lights and everything like that. So we thought, right, okay, we'll try our best to take them out and do whatever we can. And I thought to myself, right, I have Zvizzer 1 and it's supposedly a great one-step system, and I said I'd try it. Look, I might as well try it in this anyway. Now, coming into this, knowing that VWs are particularly hard paint, I didn't realise how hard they were, because I've never actually done one. So I thought the force rotation would be great on the Makita. That is force rotation and dual action. Turned out that I just couldn't get the results that I wanted, so I started off with yellow pad, orange pad, red pad, then I was using the Zvizzer 1 all the time through it, and then when I saw I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, I went and got the heavy cut and the medium cuts and all that sort of stuff and another couple of pads and tried those on it, and I still really wasn't getting where I wanted to. So much so that the Zvizzer 1 was actually doing kind of something similar to what I was getting with the heavy cut. So I was using the Zvizzer 1 with the red pad, so I was kind of getting some similar results anyway. So I decided just to keep trucking on with the Zvizzer 1. Now, it has taken out a lot of swirls out of the car. I won't say it's taken out all of them, because it definitely hasn't. But at the same time, it's only a single stage that's going on. I think I mentioned Mark Leddy earlier on from Polish and Wax. I was speaking to him during the week and said, listen, I have a Passat coming up, what should I be using? I have these, or have this, or whatever. I think Mark is a great go-to man for advice. He's an excellent, he knows his stuff. He's an excellent tutor as well. I actually went to one of the Polish and Wax seminar days with him and Marco. Definitely advise one if you could. I'll leave a link below there to their website and stuff. Trained up on everything there. But anyway, I was on to him. He said, yeah, he would recommend using a microfiber. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I had to make do with the foam pads. So going around the car, really wasn't getting the results I wanted. Spent too long, I suppose, trying to figure out different pad choices and testing and doing all that sort of stuff. And anyway, it took me longer than I actually thought this car would take. It's a big car at the same time, it's a Passat. Okay, so I went around with the polisher. Right, happy days. Got a lot of stuff out. It was very cloudy looking, very swirled up. I think hopefully you'll see it in some of the video clips anyway. So we got a lot of it out with the Zvizzer 1, but there's still an awful lot of swirls left. And I think I was at nothing with the stuff that I have. I need to get the likes of microfiber pads or wool pads in order to be able to do a proper correction, say, on this car. Black in the artificial light, you notice absolutely everything. But look, what can you do? It's all I got. And I said to my friend here who owns the car, I said, listen, I'm just going to try and do one stage on it, and we'll see how we get on. And he was happy enough with that. So I think it's a definite improvement on what it was. It was absolutely riddled and swirled and buffer trails and stuff. So I'm kind of eager to get it outside and put it under the light that we saw originally that showed all the buffer trails are in. So that's just out in the yard there. I'm going to, hopefully all the trails are gone. I can't really see them in here with the lights anyway, so that's a good sign. So hopefully outside it'll look great. Tomorrow he's actually asked me to do interior then as well tomorrow. So it turned out to be a long old couple of days anyway. From starting off with him, unfortunately he was late as well on the first day, but look at that, happy helped. I think I asked for other options. What do you do? Have you got a plan B and stuff? I had other stuff to do here anyway, so it actually worked out anyway, but delayed me a good bit anyway. Anyway, tomorrow's interior. I'm going to keep going on with this Fuso wax here, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Okay. Just on another note, just thought one thing I really would like to know is how long does it take you guys to do a single stage on a car? I mean, I spent forever at this one now, but maybe am I being too finicky or not, that I'm not getting the results that I wanted. You know, you'll see a couple of swirls here and there and stuff, but I think maybe I think I'm striving too much for perfection on this front when a single stage is actually happening. So how long does it take you to do a single stage? What products do you use? Give me some tips. You know, do you go straight from microfibers? Do you like microfiber pads, or do you use foam, or what do you do? You ever worked in a German car, Volkswagen? If so, what products do you use on these? Because I just yeah, I had hardship with this one anyway. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you could. Cheers. Okay, so it's day 3 on the Volkswagen Passat. Now, it's not 3 days of hours as such, it's just we're working off day 3, so it's just taking a little while. First day we ran with a wash and we just got to do the iron decontamination section. That took about 2 hours, I think, roughly, to do the whole lot of that. It was quite dirty, especially under the arches and stuff. Then unfortunately I had to leave. Second day then we got into the tar and the claying and stuff. Started the decontamination of the tar at about 10 o'clock, I suppose, yesterday, and finished up roughly about 8:30 there last night then. Just trying to get through and all the little shenanigans that I was having with the polish and stuff. And then today then we're just focusing on the interior. So the reason it took so long there last night is just I wanted to make sure, because I couldn't leave the car indoors and put a wax on it, say today or anything like that, I had to bring it back outside. So I needed to get all the polishing done since I'd started it, and I needed to put a wax on it to protect it then as well. Car is looking great sitting outside here now. It's beading very nicely as well, and I'm just going to blow it dry here now and bring it back inside, get the interior done, and hopefully the car will be a full package then when it's going back to my buddy. Alright, let's go. Okay, so this is a newly acquired toy, I suppose, if you want to put it that way. Flex BW-18.0E-C. It's basically the dryer, the vehicle blower from Flex. I've tried it without a coated car, so I'm actually very interested to see what it's going to be like on a coated car itself, see how well it does dry, rather than using a drying towel, so let's see how it goes. It's the best angle. We're good there. Very impressed so far, especially on the coated cars anyway. So we have the car in, after giving it the blow dry just outside with the new Flex blower. Did a great job. It's just in on charge at the minute, so there's still a couple of watermarks and it's a little bit drizzly outside as well, so I'm going to give it another little blast after it's charged. So we're going to start with the hoovering first, take out the mats, hoover the whole car, and then we'll see where we go from there then. Good start. it is, full single stage done on this Passat here, along with an interior valet, or an interior detail, whatever you like to call it. Tough car, but I think I've went through most of it in the video itself anyway, so I'm not going to bore you with any spiel or anything like that. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share, do all that sort of stuff, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.